I commenced wushu when I was around 11 to 12 years, and it brings back wonderful memories to me. And I'm happy to say my son also commenced doing wushu almost at the same time. At that time, this was known as Kung Fu, and there was a lovely TV series that went on Kung Fu, and it was about the grasshopper. It was about a very small orphan Chinese boy who was abandoned, who became a monk, and then how he progressed in learning and progressing in his quest on martial arts. So when I was that age, I was very small compared to my class friends. I was weak. I was also sick in the sense I was not a strong person. All my friends were much stronger in the sports that they did, and I never thought that I could pursue or fulfill a certain sports category. But with focus and discipline over the years, I was able to take part in the 1994 National Wushu Championships, and I was able to get a very good result. And I was amazed when I look back, because over the years, from 12 years going up to 19 years, as Lil Master explained to you all, we worked like a family, and it was a wonderful journey. I got to learn. When you look at the younger generation, and it's again a learning experience from me, the discipline that we touched, the self-confidence, the motivation, the good health. A lot of people are talking about why wushu, and I think Lil Master touched it. And I think it's not about ego, People can say that is better than this is better than that. It's up to the individual. If you love your sport, actually, I fell in love with wushu. I fell in love with Kung Fu, and it was my first love in the sense, because it was so much of effort. We used to practice probably 3-4 hours a day. We used to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning, practice till 7 or 6, and then go to school, come back and again practice if we have time. So without us knowing, we toned ourselves into being very, let's say, athletic. I don't want to use the word strong or anything because it's subjective, A person who is doing weights can say they are stronger than us. But I think the key benefits from doing wushu is the fact that the child or the participant or the player becomes strong. You become agile. You become fit. You become balanced. I don't know how many children can climb a tree. How many children can climb a rooftop when a badminton shuttlecock goes to bring it down? I mean, I am amazed by it now, because not many people can do it. We used to just jump on the grab hold, pull ourselves up, climb and come down. Now that is agility. If I talk about agility in the corporate sector, everyone talks organizations need to be agile. You need to change. You need to be able to act fast and get things done. It's the same with the human body also. You need to be agile, you need to have a nice balance. So, without us knowing, wushu brought us to that. Kung Fu made us who we are. The discipline, what Lil Master said, we were very naughty when we were young. But because of what we studied and what we practiced, I can always be honest, I was not into any type of smoking or alcohol because of this. So it's subjective again. But if you take certain type of sports, right? I won't mention individuals, but let's take cricket. What has happened? Some great players, what has happened to them? They didn't achieve it purely due to lack of discipline. They are extremely talented. So one of the things that I expect wushu or Kung Fu to come to our children is discipline and kindness. Self-confidence. As Lil Master said and as Eranga Master explained, we don't do wushu for fighting. That's the last thing in wushu, the very last thing. The thing that we do is for self-discipline, and we use it to protect the people that we love. In my life, I don't know, I have practiced for so many years. I would have used it actually in the live scenario maybe 2-3 times, and it was to help a person, it was to catch a robber or something like that. And when I talk to my children, and I have my nephews and my son also practicing. Number one thing is I want them to be protected from bullies. We were in school and we know how people would try to bully you, right? And I teach them what is it, the very basic things. Let's say someone comes trying to grab your throat or trying to attack you. What do? First you block yourself. If you want, you attack, or you turn and you run. You need to protect yourself. And the other one is self-confidence. I think through Kung Fu, we came to a point where we were able to always put our hand up for things that were very challenging. And I go to the corporate environment. In the corporate environment, the work and the challenges are so high that people get very much stressed. But we tend to put our hands up and take opportunities. I want to cover a little bit around mental health. A lot of people talk of physical health. There can be people with six packs and bulging muscles, but sadly their mental health is not what the society needs. And when we practiced Kung Fu, right, we have learned certain social skills that you will never learn even in the best universities in the world. As Leel sir said, when in the late 80s, when we were doing Kung Fu, not all of us had the same income levels. We learned to share a cup of plain tea. And we would practice 5 hours and only have a loaf of bread and 250 grams of sugar. That's all. And we would split it with 6 people. And again we would practice. So that brought a sense of sharing and caring. That I think that is sad to say, not many people are exposed to that. And it's because of the environment. It's not that the children are selfish, but we come back to child psychology. And the fact that wushu, when you do wushu and Kung Fu, you know a person can't hurt you. You don't want to hurt that person. If you are negotiating or you are talking, you can still be very calm and quiet and present yourself. That confidence is something that I would like our children to have. And I'm going to pause because a lot of people think wushu and Kung Fu is for Buddhist only. So I want to talk about diversity. In my son's Kung Fu class, there are girls, there are boys. We don't know what race or what religion they are. And we have a nice combination of different religions, boys, girls, all practicing as one class. Now that is what we want Sri Lanka to be, wouldn't we? So that as one nation we can grow. So I think that's a good thing that I learned from our Kung Fu class. You know, we never thought that this is from that race or this religion. No. And the girls are doing better than the boys. I'm so happy to see. I was telling Leel Master just last day, there was a girl who did a super barrow cartwheel. Right? And this is talent. And the boys are looking and saying, wow, this girl is very talented. And she is telling them, this is how you do it. I told my son, go, look at that Akki, learn from that Akki. And he learned from that Akki. Now that's diversity. That's a good thing. We want our children to be good human beings. Singaleng කියනවා නම් පූර්ණ අධ්‍යාපනයක්. Just because you have good results doesn't make you a good person. And the best CEOs are not the people who got the best results at their exams. That is because they have emotional intelligence. They can relate to other people. So Wushu and Kung Fu gave that skill set. And I can clearly see it in the people who are practicing it, who are seriously practicing it. So most of the people who do it well are actually very quiet and humble, just like our Leel Master. He's a very humble person. But he has instilled and brought some great values to Wushu. And if you see the products, I mean, I'm happy that Eranga is here. He has gone for international tournaments, won gold medals for the country. Likewise, we have some great products coming out of who learned from Leel Master. As parents, aspire your child to be a good human being. So I'd like to introduce you to my son who's behind, Shenuka, and my 2 nephews. For me, one of the things that I can give to them for their entire life is Kung Fu, the discipline and the art of Kung Fu. I want them to be able to protect themselves, protect the loved ones, and also to be healthy. As Leel Master said, way into their age. At this young age, you can be good fighters, you can be good in your techniques, but remember you can practice your wushu way into your 70s, 80s and 90s. It's very important for self-defense, it's very important for society, it's important for child psychology to be a better human being and to help people. Wushu demonstrates and brings in all what the religions say. Do good, don't do any harm, help the people you can and make society a beautiful place. And while do that, you're enjoying and you're healthy. So that's my word out there to your parents. Don't feel scared about sending your child. Wushu, Kung Fu is a philosophy, it's a way of life. Anyone can do it at any place. And I sincerely hope Sri Lanka will take Wushu to the next level because we have so much talented people. So all the best. Thank you.
Wushu was created in the People's Republic of China after 1949 in an attempt to nationalize the practice of traditional Chinese martial arts. Chinese martial arts have survived over several thousand of years, survived tests of time, passed down from generation to generation. It has endured different historical periods and social changes.